So, Wilson,
Yeah.
you know, I've interviewed one or two songwriters and musicians and things, but I got to tell you, this is the big one for me. To
Yeah.
meet a legend like you face to face like this, it's a big moment for me. I might look relaxed, but I'm nervous.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to feel nervous, Johnny. You know, you've been in this game a long time, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well, listen, we want to find out a bit more about you. So, you were born up in the mountains somewhere?
Yeah, I was born in a little town called Cripple Creek in Colorado.
So when did you start making music then?
Well, the first show I did, I was 12 years old at home. Just sang a few Johnny Cash covers for my family, and a couple of animals around too that were interested in music.
So what was your upbringing like? Were they tough times? Did you at a poor family?
Well, pretty simple, just up there, throwing stones at cows and, burning down a barn when I was 16, which I'm not proud of, but other than that, pretty normal kind of childhood up there in the mountains.
Your first album, that was Wilson Dixon's Greatest Hits.
That's right.
That was your debut album.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
that shows a level of confidence.
Well, at the time, they were my best songs, and I didn't really think too much about it. I just at the time, I didn't really know that I was going to be making any more albums.
Now, if you're going to be a good country singer,
yeah.
you need to know about love, Wilson.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And losing love, too. It's not peaches and cream, Sometimes it's stale biscuits and milk, you know what I mean? My ex-wife, Maureen, that's kind of the biggest love that I've lost in my life.
She your childhood sweetheart?
Yeah, well, we weren't children but yeah, I guess you'd call her a childhood sweetheart. I was about 19 when we met at a rodeo, which is often the way that things work out that way.
So you and Maureen, did you fall in love instantly the moment you saw her?
Yeah, I think so. I was pretty drunk that day, but she says we did. Yeah.
And how long was the courtship?
Before we got married.
Yeah.
Maybe about 6, maybe 7 weeks.
There was that day you came back and
yeah,
things were not as you expected.
No, they weren't. We ended up having a big argument. Walking in, she was all upset that I came home late, Walked in, she did that classic thing. She said, "What time you call this?" And I said, "Well, 3:15. And what time are you calling?" And she said, "Well, 45 minutes to 4. It's just a different angle you take on things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty soon after that, she kind of left.
But, I mean, you lost out in love, but, a star like you, when you're playing gigs, you're
Yeah.
up there, the spotlight is on you. There's women who just want you in the crowd.
I've had some very meaningful relationships with some lady friends in the last year or so, since I broke up with Maureen, of course. Nothing happened before then. I want you to get that right clear.
Yeah. Let's play a song off one of your albums just to end our chat.
Sure.
Wilson, it's been a real privilege and a pleasure to talk to you today. I mean, maybe you'll take the country by storm here.
Maybe,
and then when you go back home, you'll be an even bigger star than you are now.
Well, that'd be great, but I just want people to hear my songs and listen to the words and think about the world and think about their lives. That's pretty much what I do.
Except to
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
don't talk to me anymore.